Hello everybody, and welcome to today's Living Well with Dr. Celia video, which is about wearing masks. Now, some of us wear masks a lot of the time, some of us only wear masks occasionally. One of the slides that you're going to see today, Stephanie will drop in front of us in just a moment. And on it, there are 4 faces. Smiley face number 1 is a very good example of possibly mask number 1. Smiley face number 1 may genuinely be feeling very happy, quite content, no problems. But equally, smiley face number 1 might be quite upset on the inside, but they don't want you to know that, so they wear a smile. I had a patient many years ago who was very loud and very hail fellow well met and life and soul of, the waiting room, but inside he didn't feel like that at all. He put that mask on, he wore it outside because people then didn't bother him with awkward questions. They didn't try and stay with him so that they could feel miserable, because he wasn't going to feel miserable. He was jolly cheerful, and he found that the easiest way to live. The second round face is not smiley face, it's Mr. Sad. The mouth turned down, at least that's what he looks like, but he might not be Mr. Sad at all. You see, Mr. Sad might actually be Mr. Perfectly Content. If you've ever seen a television programme called 1 Foot in the Grave, it has a star called Victor Meldrew who's always going, "I don't believe it." He's the only person I've ever known who could tread in a dead hedgehog and think it was a slipper and carry on wearing it. Everything went wrong for this man. And when he woke up in the morning, he would say things along, "Oh, well, I wonder what will go wrong today." Now, that might seem extreme, but if you stop and think, you will know somebody who always moans about something every time they open their mouth. And they may be quite content in doing that. And as a doctor, I learned quite early on that don't make everything better, because some people don't want things made better. If they have a bad toe, that's what they need so they can moan about it. If you make the bad toe better, they simply find something else. So you might be a grumpy mask wearer. You might not realise it, but just listen to yourself sometimes. What comes out of your mouth? Does it match what you feel inside? And if you remember or watched our previous video, you will know that horses are very good at working out whether what is in here matches our behaviour. You can look at yourself too. Now, our third face is Mr. Angry. And the only thing we know about Mr. Angry, and it's one of the truisms of the 4 faces, is Mr. Angry is Mr. Sad. You don't lose your temper and stay really angry and cross and frustrated about things unless you are a little bit low in mood. So road ragers, once you've overcome the fact they have road rage, you need to think, well, poor person, they're clearly depressed, and suggest they seek medical help, which may make them angrier, but hey-ho. And the 4th of the 4 faces is the one I call Mr. Flatface. Mr. Flatface wears a mask so that you cannot tell how Mr. Flatface is feeling. It is just a neutral face. They are incredibly difficult to communicate with because the cues that you expect to get back from somebody just don't come your way. If you say something extremely amusing, they just look at you. If you say something very sad or upsetting, they just look at you because they don't want you to know. So they've learnt to wear a mask that is impenetrable so that you will not know how they're feeling. What you know then is that they do not choose to show or share their intimate emotions and feelings. So of the 3, the only one that isn't a mask is actually Mr. Angry. The 3 others could be masks. I would like you to have a look at how you are feeling, or what you say. If you have a good friend, you can ask them, do you think I'm... Knowing a little more about yourself doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong, but it's jolly useful, and it's a real skill to know yourself. You certainly can't help other people until you know yourself better. Good luck. If you would like to, there's a link to the website below, and on it there you can pick up the worksheet for today's session so that you've got it to think on during the next few days.